Okay. Number 5, write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line described. Through 5, negative 5, 0, parallel to y equals negative 1/5 x plus 1. Okay, so the point is my x and y. And because it says parallel, the slope is the same slope as this line. So m equals negative 1/5, x equals negative 5, y equals 0. And remember, parallel lines, they're going to have the same slope, but the b is going to be different. So you don't want this b, you want to get your own b. Y equals mx plus b. 0 equals, thank you, negative 1/5 times negative 5 plus b. Okay, what is negative 1/5 times negative 5? Positive 1. Because the negatives cancel and the 5s cancel. So negatives cancel, 5s cancel. You just have 1. 0 equals 1 plus b. Minus 1, minus 1. Negative 1 equals b. Y equals negative 1/5 x minus 1. So two lines are parallel. They have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. And tomorrow we'll do the perpendicular. Okay, last warm up is a fraction buster. First thing we need to do is find the least common denominator. What's the least common denominator for 2 and 7? 14, great job. 14 times the top, 14 times the top, 14 times the top, 14 times the top. What is 14 times 13? 182? And 14 times 22? Thank you so much. 14 times 1 is 14. 14 times x is 14x. Okay, now if we did this problem correctly, these should divide evenly. So negative 182 divided by 2 is negative 91. Right? Is it? Negative 308 divided by 7. Negative 44. Oh, that was my track number in high school. 44, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to combine these two, negative 44 plus 14. This is not going to come out nice. Okay, let's check my in my lazy fashion here. Negative 61 divided by 14. No, it doesn't reduce. 61 a prime number? What, honey? I did. Man, you're the best. No wonder it came out so weird. Talbot, are you fully awake, sis? Apparently no. Is it going to get me a better answer? Okay, now I know the negatives cancel, and I know 5 goes into both of these. Oh, it's even more, isn't it? Because 3 goes into those. Woo! It's a way better answer. Way better answer. Yeah, well, and I didn't even fix it up here. Okay, note to self, you gotta keep your eyes peeled on Mrs. Salva today. She's mistake prone, apparently. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is a resource page. If you could find it, it's got like tables and a big graph, something about planting trees, correct. If you could find the planting trees resource page, please. Also, you will probably want to get a ruler because we're going to draw lines on this that are going to be kind of long. The question is, did I ever find my ruler from the other day? No, it's just gone. That is a line. Fine. Okay. I don't know. That's just like saying there's a pencil case there. I don't know. So weird. Yeah, it's wherever your pencil case is. Okay, anyway. All right. Hold on. I don't want to share that screen. Just 1 second. People, CPM, la-di-da, planting trees. Okay. Charles and Amy are summer interns at a state park. They're helping to plant trees in an area where there was a forest fire. Charles' uncle owns a tree nursery and is willing to donate a 3-foot tall tree that will grow 1.5 feet per year. Okay, everybody. So go to Charles, and it starts at 3 feet tall. So we want to go 0, 3. So start at 3, and then it's going to grow 1.5 feet per year. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Oh goodness, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, 10.5, 12. Anyone see any flaws in my counting? Because it's totally possible. You're saying I did it right? Your lack of speaking up means I did it correctly. Excellent. Okay, now we're gonna plot these points, but what is Charles' equation? Yes, Landon?
Y equals 1.5x plus 3.
Correct. Y equals 1.5x plus 3. Beautiful. The 1.5 coming from the growth and the 3 coming from the start. All right, so graph these dots as best you can and use your ruler to make a line that goes all the way up through the graph. So just had a flashback to last year. I had a student in my math 1 class named Charles. All right. Any questions about Charles? I mean, that I can answer. Like, say, what is his favorite food? I don't know. He's nice. He's very funny. I appreciate it. Okay, anyway, Amy goes to another nursery but is only able to get tree seeds donated. According to the seed package, the trees will grow 1.75 feet per year. Oh no, I have to add 1.75 repeatedly. Calculator. Okay, anyway, how tall is a seed? Nothing. So it starts out as nothing because it's a seed, little baby seed. Okay. So I know the first one's 1.75. Is it 3.5? It is? Anyone? I'm trying to do it in my, oh, I did. Okay. So then it would be 5.25. Oh man, I'm on fire. Okay. And then 7, and then 8.75, and then 10.5. Oh man. Woo! I made up for my earlier lack of X in the warm-ups. Okay, so Amy's equation 1.75x plus 0. You do not need to put the plus 0 if you don't want to. You can just leave it 1.75x. I'm going to put the plus 0 just so you can see. All right, then do the same thing with Amy. Graph the points. Do your best to make a line with your ruler. Okay, now I'm going to be lazy. Let me tell you how I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to go 0, 0, and then I'm going to go to 4, 7. And then I'm going to go over 4, up 7. Does that make sense to you guys? Instead of graphing all the decimals? Oh, okay. Will the trees ever be the same size? Landon?
Yeah. 14 years, yes.
Yes, okay. So in 14 years, they'll both be how tall?
Unfortunate.
I think it's 21, isn't it? Wait, hold on. It's 12 years. Can somebody 12, okay. 12, 21. Okay, so great. This problem is called a system of equations, and this is what we're doing next in the chapter is solving systems of equations. And this is the first way to solve it. It's called solve by graphing. Solve by graphing means that we graph both the lines and find where they cross. So solve by graphing really isn't anything new for us. We've been graphing lines for quite some time, but now we're just going to graph two on the same graph and find where they cross. So today, solve by graphing. This is the first thing we're working on, and it's really not that new. Okay, now let's go to Ranger Zoo. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Did you guys think zoo when you saw that? Okay, that's excellent. Okay, number 23. Two of the park rangers also want to help restore the forest after the fire. They plant trees that have been bred to grow as follows. Okay, so if you guys could look at this table, and okay, hold on. Let's actually set up our table first. So, I'm gonna get different colors. 1 second. So I'm gonna go here and put the X's in first so that I know where to put the Y's from the table it gave me. Okay. So in Ranger Zoo's table, in the 2 spot put 8, in the 4 spot put 11, and in the 6 spot put 14. And in Ranger Taurus's table, in the 2 spot put 6, in the 4 spot put 9, and in the 6 spot put 12. Okay, so if Ranger Zoo is going up 3 every 2, what should this one be? 9.5. Beautiful. Okay, and so they're going up 1.5 each time. Does that look familiar? Okay, so I'm going to ask you the same question about Ranger Zoo and Amy. Will Ranger Zoo and Amy ever have their trees be the same height? So on mine, it's the purple and the pink. They cross right here, right? So at 2035. Okay, but here's the other question that you anticipated coming. Will Ranger Zoo and Charles's tree ever be the same height? No, they won't because the lines are going up exactly the same amount. So Ranger Zoo's tree is always going to be taller than Charles because the lines are parallel. Okay, how can I tell the lines are parallel from the equations and not the graph? Same, perfect. Same slope, different y-intercepts. Oh man, Mrs. Talbot, it's like you planned that warm up earlier. Like we were going to use that today in class, and it wasn't just totally a coincidence or nothing. I know, genius over here. Okay, now last one. Ranger Taurus. This going up by 1.5 also? Yes? Does this table look familiar? Are you getting any flashbacks? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not even gonna graph Ranger Taurus because that's just gonna mess up my graph because I'd have to graph it right over top of Charles's line. They have the same exact line. Are they going to have the same height tree? Yes, forever. Exactly the same. I don't know that that actually is true in nature, but anyway. Okay, so let's go over this again. This is called solve by graphing. Solve by graphing means you have two lines, you graph them and find where they cross. There are three possible answers for this. Are you ready for that? This is gonna be exciting. Only if you look over here and watch my aerobics.
Oh, boy.
Okay. First, they can cross and get a point of intersection. Second, no solution because they're parallel. Infinite solutions because they're the same line as each other. Can I do it again? Here I go. It's my morning warm up. Point of intersection, one answer where they cross. No solution because they're never going to cross. They're parallel. Or infinite solutions because they cross forever everywhere. And they're the same line. Okay, so just like when you guys solve equations, you have an answer, or sometimes it's no solution, sometimes it's infinite solutions, same as this. Yes, honey?
Can you use the restroom?
Yes, quickly, because we're going to do a Kahoot next.
Oh,
Okay. All right, we're doing a record-breaking 2 Kahoots today. They're both very short. But you can go after the Kahoot is over. This is going to be quick. How long are they? This one is 8 questions, and it's not, you don't actually write anything on this one. You're just going to read it and answer. Because I want to give you time to work, other people time to work on the digital escape. Okay, now what is this Kahoot topic? So back in middle school, yes, and you have a math question? Hold on. Okay, so back in middle school, you guys did a lot of translating sentences to math. So that's what this is. So it's going to be a word sentence, and you're going to pick the correct equation. So this is all about translating. It's like Google Translate, but for math class. No need to write anything for this one. Oh, no. Nice. So you guys, the key here, less than usually comes after subtraction. So you have to go subtraction and then put that number after.
Computer.
So remember, subtraction, but you put it after. All been blue so far? Okay. You're second guessing yourselves now because I don't even know why this is, I didn't make this. Miss Rice and I we made it together, but I don't know what happened with it. Why are they all the same? I don't know. Freaking me out. Yeah, I know. We're just gonna hit blue and see what happens. This happens in my stats class. With my multiple choice, they're like, I got too many C's in a row. Okay. Well, let's just check the blue one first. This one's not blue. I don't blame you. What? Blue. Everybody put blue. I know, because the thing is tricked you the whole way through. But this one is definitely not because it says the sum of two numbers, so you have to add two things together. Man, I did not try to make this as tricky as it is with the colors. Okay, anyway. Okay, almost done. Now is it going to be blue? I don't know. The sum of three numbers is 61. Second is 5 times the first, and the third, 2 less than the first. No, this is actually middle school, honey. So I said this a few times. When it's less than, it's subtraction and the number comes after. Nice. Because it's two times the first one, or plus add more to the first one, so you have to add to the two. Love it. Not, we are, but not yet. We're doing one at the end. Breaking up this boring classwork with the Kahoot, and then we're gonna do another Kahoot at the end. The Kahoot, the second Kahoot is about literal equations. Oh, wait. Okay, so the classwork today is 21 and 23, which we already did. That was the solved by graphing, planting trees thing. I'll find it. I have it. I just wanted to remember what it was. Probably bad. I'll find it for you later at the writing. And then 31 through 33 is more like what we just did in our Kahoots. Oh, I did. It's funny. I'll show you in a second. It's really applicable for this class in particular too. Oh no, it's funny. It's not bad. It's just funny. Okay. All right. So I've gotten a request to show the joke. Here we go. First, I'm gonna have to click over here. Okay. So here's what we're doing today. Here's our agenda. This first part was the resource page we did, which was the planting tree. So that's done. We checked that off. Okay, and now we're gonna do the translating thing that we just did in our Kahoot for 31 to 33. 31 is matching. Man, when is the last time you had a matching problem in math? And then 33 is the only one that we actually have to do math for. Then we're gonna do another Kahoot. But here's here's my joke, and there's the homework. It's really funny because I put a bunch of pencils in the thing and then they're always gone after this class. Anyway.
You're still gone without it.
I know, I know. I don't have enough pencils to keep up with the needs. Oh, it's true. You do. Okay, anyway. Oh man, I didn't really want to exit out of that. Okay, so first problem we're gonna do is matching. Okay, so you're going to do this one in your group, and you're going to make your best guess. Okay, each one of these equations matches one of these sentences. So you're supposed to match the equation with the sentence. So definitely talk about it. Take a good minute or two. Try to figure out which sentence matches which equation. You might have to speak to each other. Can I fit it if I? No, won't fit. Why is there so much white space up here? Do you have your best guesses? Okay, hold on. Landon, what do you think it is?
One is C.
Yes, correct. One is C. A is 2. B is 4. C is 1. D is 3. A is 2. B is 4. C is 1. D is 3. Of course. Did anyone get them all right? Okay, let's take a look at them again. So let's read this one. A zoo has 2 fewer elephants than zebras and 5 times more monkeys than elephants. The total number of elephants, monkeys, and zebras is 30. On this one, I got really lazy and I just said, well, there's 3 things to add together: elephants, monkeys, and zebras, and C is the only one that has 3 things added together. But we should probably not do it that way. I know. Zola earned $30 by working 2 hours and receiving a $12 bonus. So that's 2 hours, 2 Zolas plus $12 bonus is 30. So that's A. 30 ounces of metal is created by mixing zinc with silver. The number of ounces of silver needed is 12 times the number of ounces of zinc. Zinc is a metal. And actually, it's also a supplement that you can take if every one of your students has a cold and you really don't want to get it. Yeah, not that I would know that from my everyday life or anything. And then, so that's this one. So it's zinc plus 12 zincs is 30. And Eddie, who earns $5 an hour, worked 2 hours longer than Zach. So that's here. Eddie's $5 an hour, 2 more than Zach, who earned $12 an hour. Together, they earned 30. Okay, 32. Mathematical sentences like those in the left column of problem 31 are easier to understand when everyone knows what the variables represent. A statement that describes what a variable represents is called a let statement. For example, in sentence A above, we would say let Z equal Zola's rate of pay. Notice that a let statement always indicates the unit of measurement. Write a let statement for each of the mathematical sentences in part B through D of number 31. Okay, so they told us this one. And CPM is really trying to be helpful to you here because all of these let statements are Z. So they're trying to help you out by figuring out what the thing is that starts with Z in that particular problem. So start with putting also a really quick question that's completely off topic. Isn't Zola Meredith Gray's daughter's name?
Yes, she is.
Okay, was that driving you nuts, the whole problem?
Yes, it was.
Okay, just me too. And I was like, I don't know if it is. I don't know if I should say it because it might be stupid. What? Oh, Grey's Anatomy, the like main doctor, her daughter's her like first adopted daughter is named
I
Zola.
was thinking,
Oh, it's good. It's good. Okay, anyway. All right, so for B, we're gonna go to number 4. So we're on this one. What is Z? What is Z equal in number 4? Zach, okay, but what about Zach? No, because you know that's 12. How long? Exactly. So it's not necessarily 2, it's a variable. So you're supposed to say let Z equal Zach's number of hours. It's basically like, what are you solving for? Is what it's asking. Okay, next one, we're gonna look at number 1, sentence 1. This one's easier. I'll give you a hint. It's not about the zoo. But don't use the word zoo. What's the other Z word? Jules? Yep. Z equals number of zebras. Okay, and the last one. What's Z in the third one? Jules? Zinc. Ounces of zinc. Mhm. Never had 2 Juleses in a class before. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do in this one is we're going to read this and we're going to write them into equations and then solve. Elsie took all of her cans and bottles from home to the recycling center. The number of cans was 1 more than 4 times the number of bottles. Okay, so we're going to start right there. The number of cans was 1 more than 4 times the number of bottles. Which one do you know nothing about? The bottles. Okay. So we're going to say right here, X equals bottles. You always want to start these problems by looking at the one that you know nothing about and put that as X. We know nothing about bottles. We know something about cans, but we don't know anything about bottles. Okay. The number of cans was 1 more than 4 times the number of bottles. This is what we just practiced from the Kahoot. The number of cans is 1 more than 4 times the number of bottles. Anyone want to say?
1 plus 4x.
Mm-hmm. one more than 4 times the number of bottles. He earned 12 cents for each bottle and 10 cents for each can and ended up earning $2.18 in all. How many cans and bottles did she recycle? Okay, so she earned 12 cents for each bottle. Okay, so I want you to write it like this. 12 cents for each bottle. And I already forgot. What was it for the cans? 10? 10 cents for each can for a total of $2.18. Was it $2.18? Anybody remember? Okay. Okay. All right. How do I solve? What do I do first? It starts with a D and ends with distribute. See if I can do it properly. Can I? Oh, that's just because it's 0.10 times 1.
Why are you saying negative?
There should not be a negative. See, I didn't do it properly. Thank goodness you're here. Well, that's because Mrs. Talbot woke up at 3:17 and stared at the clock until my alarm went off. And then what happened was my big golden retriever at about 5:15 in the morning started doing that like hacking sound like he was gonna throw up. Do you know the dog sound? He's over in the corner, he's like and I'm like, oh God, get him outside. So like sprung out of bed. And I was like, ah. That's why. I think there's access next. No, I just sprung awake and then I was like, it's time to get up. Yeah, 10? Okay, now these kind of problems, this is a really good point that Landon just helped me make. If you're doing a word problem like this and it's asking you for the number of bottles and cans and you get a decimal, that's probably not right because you can't have like a third of a bottle. Okay, but if I have 4 bottles, how many cans do I have? 17, yep. Okay, so we're done with that. That's all done. Done, done, done. Okay, second Kahoot time. Now, this one, I'm going to allow you to work in pairs. If you want to work in pairs on this Kahoot, you can. However, when you put your name in, Just try to put both of your names or some kind of weird combination of both of your names.
I think we can move and finish it after the.
Please. No, we
No,
only
I
have
know.
half an hour left.
I know, I can finish this. I only have like 5 problems left.
Yeah, don't. Again, if you want to work in pairs, you totally can. You can just share your Chromebook with each other and work together. That's totally fine. Just make sure that you've got some sort of both of your names situation in the thing so that I can see. Where's your music, Mrs. Sullivan? McSam, I like it. This one, you might want to have a piece of scratch paper that you. Got it. Okay, let's go. It's not, it shouldn't be scary. Nice. That was multiplication, so you divide. Good job. Where's the, where's the, where's the, where's the? Again, this one was multiplication, so you divide. But you divide by the thing you want to get rid of. And she's on fire. Yeah. I thought it was funny. I just left it.
Somebody's.
There's not another like good wrong answer, so they just put something silly. I hope nobody put such luck. Nobody put such luck. Nice, and everyone got it correct. I like that one. Again, if you want scratch paper, totally fine. If you want to try to do it in your head, totally fine. Okay. Remember, you can divide by multiple letters at once. Me. I wish. This is a cooler name. I don't know. Somebody fell asleep. Sorry. Oh, did you have Doritos Locos Tacos? Those are my favorite. People are taking too long. I need to make I don't know why the 90s, it's a lot of seconds. It's all right. Thank you. Talking. This is Quincy's talking. Here. Not you. That's a question.
Wait, one of these be negative, because
Nope.
can't be negative, so
Correct.
it's not.
Good job. It's all right. This is supposed to take like 3 seconds. You sleeping? Just did one of them. Yay. Nice. All right, you guys have 15 minutes to work on homework or digital escape or anything else you need to work on. All of the above. Of course. Of course, of course. Hold on, let me start my recording.